uh, I express my gratitude to AIRM Institute of Asset Integrity and Reliability Management. Welcome to view and listen to my session on advanced method to optimize reverse osmosis performance and do cost savings. My topic is fully aligned not only with the conference topic but also to the name of the institute, the Asset Integrity and Reliability Management. Greeting from Justchem Solutions Private Limited, Bangalore, and Anirudh Telemetry Systems, Mumbai, ATS. We are having good experience in our field of IoT plus water. May I share my screen, please?
Yes, sir, you can share your screen, sir. It's allowed from our side.
All right. Yeah, can you see my screen properly?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Greetings again. And in this pandemic situation, the solution which I am going to present is going to help India a lot because we are actually importing all the RO membranes either from 70% from US and 30% from China. And due to the economic pressure, we need to reduce our consumptions of RO membrane, and our solution is going to help you out with the thing. So let us start. Uh, we are presenting advanced method to optimize reverse osmosis performance. My name is Soumitra Banerjee. I am the Chief Technical Officer of Justchem Solutions. I am also the founder of this company. And Mr. Amit Ashok, who is the CEO of Anirudh Telemetry Systems Private Limited, Mumbai. He's having 10 years experience in IoT, Internet of Things. So this requires both IoT and chemistry. So my education background is MSc Applied Chemistry from Government Engineering College, Jabalpur. I have 25 years of experience in major power plants. I was head of chemistry and environment in Tata Power, Adani Power, Jindal Power, and LPGCL Bajaj Energy. And I'm the founder and chief technical officer of this company, Justchem Solutions Private Limited. My professional expertise is water treatment and power plant chemistry only. So this is about me and about my company. Uh, I was whatever I told that in 1995 I passed and then worked with the major companies, and I also worked with Ion Exchange Service Limited as the branch head in Mumbai. So we have a company called Justchem Solutions Private Limited here in Bengaluru, where we do power plant chemistry audit, water management, training, troubleshooting, commissioning help, consultancy for WTPs and ETPs, cooling water treatment, boiler water treatment, effluent treatment, and reverse osmosis operation excellence. Now, this is about topic, and here is why I am presenting this topic to you, because my purpose is to use our knowledge and expertise to help RO plant owners in turn India to save currency in terms of reducing RO membrane costs. Why so? Because I have seen in many plants in India that the RO membranes are lasting only for 1 or 2 years, not only in raw water treatment but also in the wastewater treatment section. Then what is the process we are going to apply? The application of advanced computational dynamics and predictive analytics to provide meaningful, actionable insight on RO plant and membrane life. In India, I saw several instances where the RO membrane are changed within 1 year or two against the life of 5 to 7 years. This is due to the delay in cleaning, delay in corrective actions, frequent cleaning, use of caustic soda for cleaning, which increases the pore size of the membrane, and also HCl, which is hydrochloric acid, which has a little bit of positive ORP due to presence of chlorine, free chlorine, and both caustic soda and HCl are harsh for the membranes. So I'm going to tell you in this prescription also that what are the commodity chemicals you must use. And our solution will give real time the health status of your membrane system and also predicts the failure of membrane and importantly give the prescriptions. So finally, what is the payoff? Payoff will be reduction in OPEX, CAPEX and extension in membrane life. So what is the current situation? I saw in US when I was working with Birlasoft, I went to US for GE Power. I saw there is high turnover of workforce, and in India we see lack of experience in disrupting operational excellence. Data is available in plenty. Online measurement of parameters goes to DCS, but guys, data remains data unless until it is transformed into meaningful, actionable information. So, data is not translating into insights and predictions. We will do that. Our lagging indicators, we have only lagging indicators. There are two kind of indicators. One is lagging indicator once it has happened, like corrosion coupon. If we put, we see corrosion more than 3 mpy, that is lagging indicator that corrosion has already happened. But if you see through a corrator corrosion meter, then it will be a leading indicator. So we will be providing leading indicators, but the design by OEMs are only lagging indicators. There is high cleaning frequency, downtime and associated cost. And why it is so, what are the indications and what to be done will be told by our solution beforehand, at least 10 to 15 days before. So the current situation is generation loss due to lower permeate quantity sometimes, low membrane life as I told you, and high OPEX, specific chemical consumption, consumables, specific electricity consumption and manpower goes high. Our solution is going to solve all these problems. Our solution In our solution, we will acquire the data from online analyzers, DCS, HMI, or Modbus, and churn them in our analytical engine, either on-premise server or or cloud server, to provide KPIs, the leading fouling indicators, and the type of prescriptions, so that proper cleaning is taken in time with minimum damage to the process. Plugging and fouling does not permanently pour fouling, and wrong cleaning does not damage the polyamide structure of the membrane. So this is our solution, where we make customers well informed about operation and predictive maintenance needs, resulting in optimizing efficiency and effectiveness of processes. So business challenges: no real-time monitoring of KPIs, reduce unplanned outages, meeting production target and demands, deterioration of plant efficiency, high energy consumption, reduced life of membranes. Our solution reduces these operational costs by predicting and preventing membrane failures, thereby improves plant efficiency and effectiveness. It gives extended membrane life, envisage deterioration and prevention. It reduces OPEX and CAPEX. Operational effectiveness, cost and revenue savings are there with our solution, and optimize specific power and chemical consumption. We will give you real-time analysis on your mobile, on your tab, on your computers, on your laptops, any such devices you want. And there is a predictive analytics into it. We will do the regression and send you the predictive capability to optimize maintenance schedule, operational cost, and we will let you know beforehand when to take a shutdown or when to go for cleaning. So we have the ability to predict maintenance needs and membrane life using conventional and custom calculations. The problem, we are unable to predict a membrane failure using the current data, causing disruption of plant operations and high OPEX, high number of membrane change and high chemical cleaning. So solution will be the better predictive model to respond proactively rather than react to a membrane failure. What are the KPIs we are going to use? Normalized permeate flow, net driving pressure, normalized sol passage, normalized differential pressure differential, percentage recovery, normalized membrane flux, leading fouling index will give you a leading fouling index and will give you a RO health index. Our goal, business goal will be proactive membrane fouling detection so that we reduce the membrane consumption in India. We have consumed about $80,000 million last year in membranes. So we'll do a fault detection on process versus sensor, and we'll let you know beforehand how to do the membrane preservation, membrane cleaning, and we'll do the membrane life prediction as well. The next steps will be building site-specific transfer functions and select pilot sites for implementation. Requirements, the design data will be required and sensor data will be required. For sensor data, ATS, Anirudh Telemetry System, will work as a data acquisition firm who will try to get the data from HMI, DCS or the Modbus, or will replicate the online analyzers. And this is how your screens would look like when you have it in your computer or in your laptop or in your mobile or in your tab. We'll go to the next screen because we are not having much time in hand. We are already lost some. So we'll try to speed up a little bit. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to take the data from the onboard devices. We'll try to replicate or take them from the HMI, DCS, transfer them either to on-premise server or to the cloud server, and then churn them here in the analytical engine, and then give a UI, user interface, on mobile, tab, computers, laptops and all, and you will have all the data for all the people who are functioning, like for managers, for operators, for super managers, for chemists, everything would be there. So actually, why I'm going to do this? In my last 25 years of experience, I saw that the salt passage of the membranes increased considerably within 1 year. In power plants like Adani Mundra or in LPG cell where we are using RO plants much, the salt passage when we install the plant is only 1%, but within 1 year, due to frequent cleaning or due to many other disturbances, it goes beyond 3. And beyond 3 means 3 times. And the downstream equipment like mix bed will consume 3 times more chemicals and will have reduced output between regeneration. RO life considered over 70% of permeate flow against design. The downstream processes are also affected. So we'll get alert on initiation of fouling, prescription of the types of cleaning, and on your mobile, tablets and computers. The sensor data will be aggregated for analysis and used to build models and predict membrane failures. The bottom line, to establish a solid and reliable maintenance policy, paying close attention to measurable called availability, will make your plant more available. Increasing availability by either detecting failures faster or anticipating the failures through predictive analytics. So these are the current problems, quantifying business plan. There are loss of plant availability by 10 to 30% due to this membrane failures, membrane foulings. There is a drop of permeate quantity by 10 to 30%. Drop in quality, we see the salt passage increases drastically. Some people even run at 10% salt passage. I've seen them. And there is an increase in specific energy consumption by 10 to 25% because your permeate quantity is reducing, but electrical consumption remains same. And there is a reduced life of membranes due to time-based cleaning. So reverse osmosis membrane based plants are used to produce water for potable or industrial purpose. They are also used in seawater desalination and wastewater recycling. Like all petrochemical plants like BPCL, HMEL, they have huge RO systems for their recycling of wastewater as well. The membranes are imported to India from US, Japan, and China. Till we produce petchem, the polyamide, till we see these words are very important. Till we produce petchem in India, the polyamide, which will be 100% export uh, thing, we need to save foreign currency. BPCL Kochi is planning to make this petchem polyamide, but I don't know when that time will come. But now we propose prevent loss of permeate quantity or quality or deterioration in permeate quality, will give you best life of membrane, increase sustained process availability, improve asset reliability, get early detection, know the optimum cleaning frequency, and prevent deterioration of product quality. This is how it will look. Now here is an indication. You'll see the red star here. That red star is an indication that your fouling has initiated. Your fouling has initiated and the fouling is going to cause a problem. So if you do not clean within this period, then this fouling is going to permanently damage your membrane and you may have to replace it faster or earlier than what you should be doing. So this is lead PPI, lead plant performance index, which will help you identify when to clean, when you get the indication. And here it is. Like again, if you see the NDP is increasing, net driving pressure is increasing, then you need to clean this membrane and this indication will come earlier here when to clean it. Like this is an example of one of the use case where we did RO first stage trending and we gave them a solution that we indicated that this is the time to clean. You clean it, they did a cleaning and then slowly the lead fouling index started coming down. We give the lead fouling index. Again, we say that this is the time when we clean and they take cleaning here. So when they take cleaning here, the baseline data does not come back to the original, you see. So the delay in cleaning has caused this problem. So you need to clean it here somewhere so that you get a optimum result out of your membrane. Now again here, the same thing, RO first stage trend, NPD, NDP and NSP, normalized salt passage. We indicate here and you see the trend if they do not do the cleaning properly. This is in one of the cement plants in India, biggest cement plant, and the delay in cleaning has caused them a lot of problem. So the normalized graphs and regression analysis explains good and bad operation and maintenance practices with good chemistry control. This red star will denote in the slide as it will predict the fouling as lead fouling index almost 45 to 60 days before. In the use case, the specific power consumption went to 10.5% more than the actual. The specific power consumption was predicted to go 20% higher by November 2005. It was done in August 2015 and by November 2015 it was expected to go 20% higher. The normalized salt passage is on higher side and deemed to touch 5 to 6% by November. So this was one of the case where we gave them the solution and they were happy with the solution. And this was our one of the trial of our software IoT product. We will not call it software, but this is the IoT product, Internet of Things, where we take the data, churn them in analytical engine, and give you the actionable insights. Like the observation points were indicating suspended solids fouling and or metal oxide fouling in the first stage front end membrane elements, scaling in second stage membrane, and we offer real-time indication and health indicators and daily dashboard. The benefits were keep watch on the performance in real time and planned cleaning operations. So these were the operation points. In November 2015, the NSP normalized salt passage. Means salt passage is what? Salt passage is if we say suppose and feed 1000 ppm TDS or 1000 microsiemens of conductivity, though both are not equal. But for example, I'm telling you, if we feed 1000 microsiemens of conductivity inside, and if we get 10 microsiemens of conductivity outside, the salt passage is 1%. And if it is 30 microsiemens, the salt passage is 3%. And 3% is what is maximum allowable and even recommended by membrane manufacturers. But here in this case, the salt passage may have gone to 6 to 7%. So we give them prediction on critical parameters and help them reduce and control this normalized salt passage. Then specific electricity consumption also, because the permeate quantity was reducing day by day and the electric consumption was remaining similar, we told them that proper cleaning schedules based on our software or the UI alerts, if you do, then you will be able to reduce the specific electrical consumption as well. And the subject RO plant was working below 70% effectiveness if our solution was not implemented. They did the implementation and they got the world-class operation and maintenance. Now their membrane life is 5 to 7 years. From earlier it was 1.5 years. So NSPE plant was already operating at 162% higher than the design, reference to the Doe membrane data sheet, and the proactive indication deviation of plant effectiveness indicated NSP or SR, and the predicting life of the membranes based on the same. So we prescribed them the way of increasing membrane life by modifying the upstream processes, root cause elimination, chemistry changes, and proper cleaning schedule. We do not tell about specialty chemical, we tell about commodity chemicals. We do not say Calpol, we say paracetamol. So in the next thing, the NSP gradually increased to 327% higher than the design. NSP is normalized salt passage. In an easy way, we can say that this is the outlet conductivity, the permeate conductivity, which gradually increased in the design. Our solution could solve it. And there was a steady increase in NSP even after 12th November 2014, which again our solution helps companies supply chain and predictive maintenance so that they do not have to bring in more membranes, because membrane has to be ordered either from US or China or Japan, and they take 2 to 3 months for the supply. So with our solution, the membrane life increases and the operational cost decreases, both OPEX and CAPEX. So what we do, what we get from this? Membrane life increased, energy and OPEX cost reduced, business case for replacement, purchase planning advantage is there. We can plug in our solution to SAP or other ERPs you are using. The demand and fulfillment is also done properly. Plant efficiency, the accuracy of alerts, better productivity, design, chain efficiency, etc. Plant visibility and management. Everybody who is operating everybody who is managing, even the head of operations, even the head of the plant can see how the system is performing. So membranes are typically used in water treatment plant. This is what I have told, and this is a single slider, a single slide which explains everything what you can get out of this. And I hope AIRM, Institute of Asset Integrity and Reliability Management, is going to share either the slides or the video to all the participants and speakers so that you can keep them in hand to see what are the benefits out of our solution. 40 to 50% membranes replacing cost saving is sure. So what we do, system operating logs, system monitoring useful actionable information, various lead and lag indicators we take, we do the data collection, we do the statistical modeling, predictable and get predictability algorithms. There are some custom algorithms which we have used here. There is a performance effectiveness predictability, and then we'll get alerts and early warning dashboards, forecasting and water footprints, and you'll get equipment health reporting and recommendation. So it will also have logs, log sheets, and daily operating data available in the system. Online data will be available for everybody real time as on PLC and SCADA. Lead indicators on LSI, RSI. Now we have included Precorious and Larsen also into this, and falling scaling performance and the KPI forecasts. I'll go a little faster then now. These are the sensor data I know. I need these sensor data, the flow of inlet, flow of permeate, flow of concentrate, and if there is an intermediate from first stage to second stage or second stage to third stage, that flow I will need. I will need a temperature of the inlet, the feed temperature. I will need the pressure of feed, permeate, concentrate, total concentrate, total reject outlet, on intermediate, first stage reject going to second stage. I will need conductivity, I will need pH of feed, permeate, concentrate and intermediate, first stage to second stage. I will need ORP, oxidation reduction potential of the feed, silt density index of the feed, and turbidity. If you do not have automatic silt density index, bigger plants do have automatic silt density index, like HMEL I've seen, Hindustan Mittal Energy Limited, that is in Bathinda, but known as Bathinda Refinery. They have online SDI meter where they do online SDI measurement. That data also can be acquired. Otherwise, if you have offline measurement system, then you have to feed the data in the system, key in the data in the system we provide, and turbidity also you have to feed. But though turbidity is not so essential. So what we give you? We give you the data. See, there are many algorithms which will go inside, because normalized permeate flow is not something which can be easily calculated. It needs a longer calculation, at least in an Excel sheet it will be 8 columns or 9 columns long. Then net driving pressure, normalized soil passage, normalized pressure differential. Because these are important, these will tell you what is happening inside your system. And I've seen many few plants which are measuring all these regularly. Even they're not doing it weekly or daily. So these needs to be analyzed weekly, daily, and we do it every 15 minutes in our solution. So why NPF, why NPD? What are the indications we get? If NSP is normalized soil passage, NPF is normalized permeate flux, NPD is normalized pressure differential. So if there is a rapid increase, it is metal oxide. But if you see here, if it is biological fouling, the system will be different. So salt passage will be decreased, and there will be marked increased in NPD, not rapid. So these are the indications, this give the indications of what kind of fouling or what kind of problem is going inside your RO plant, whether it is metal oxide fouling or mineral fouling, or it is colloidal fouling, or polymerized silica is suspected in the tail membranes or the second stage membranes, or it is biological fouling. All these will be alerted by our solution. So in the observation there, in that plant we had NPD which was already operating 90% high, 19% high. The first cleaning alkaline, there was drop in NPD and permeate flow improved and feed pressure dropped. However, our lead fouling index indication came around 45 days before the cleaning took place. With second cleaning, citric acid, the NPD dropped further with drop in permeate flow, but constant permeate flow. So there are many observation points which we gave them, and we offered the solutions to indicate, and we also prescribed them, given them the prescription what is required through our solution, through our UI. So further, NPD normalized pressure differential that was operating at 42% higher, that causes membrane to telescope, and when membrane telescoping happen, membrane is no more useful, so membrane life is decreased. So we give the indication beforehand, and the membrane life is saved. So this we thank you everybody, all the participants, all the audience and respected speakers to listen to me, and I request questions one by one, please.
Sir, I request, please, if possible, can you just take this session at the end? Because we are getting like 25 minutes delay in the program already, sir.
Sure. Why not? I agree.
Sorry for that, sir.
No issue.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Your presentation topic, advanced method of reverse, provided great knowledge to us. I hope this will also further information. Our next speaker, Mr. Ashwin Kumar Sinha. Ashwin, sir.
Yeah.
To share your screen, or I try?
Just 1 second. I'm trying. If I can share the slide. Is it visible?
Not yet, sir.
Yet?
Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Okay. Visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry. First, I was trying with the normal web link. That is where I think probably the problem came. So I downloaded the Zoom system. Based on that, then I had done it. So that's how that sharing has come. So probably with the web link, it was not sharing. So anyway.
No problem, sir. Absolutely no problem.
Okay.